0 miles left. I'm on the side of the freeway. The charging station is 0.4 miles away. This thing cost around $1,600 just for the battery pack. I've never seen it done before, so we're gonna test it out. If you remember a few months ago, we did a video that was a gas can for a Tesla. This is the Anker Powerhouse. I'm gonna stick this in here. Ugh, it's going in. Oh no! Charging cable fault. Gas cars win when it comes to the gas can. Why isn't there such a thing? Well, thanks to you guys, you gave me lots and lots of comments. Get a bigger battery pack, better than that little Anker one that I had before, to see if that will work. We needed the cable to be grounded, and that was one of the issues why it wouldn't work. So I'm gonna fix those two things and attempt it to see if it'll work. I've got this Goal Zero Yeti 14,000 lithium. This thing will charge off of the sun, and then you can take that charge and hopefully plug it into your Tesla. I've never seen it done before, so we're gonna test it out. Hopefully this will be the backup generator that we need, because we have a Tesla Roadster, we have 2 Model X's, we're a fully electric family, and you can't just go to the gas station when there's an emergency. If it does work, we're gonna see how many miles we can actually get with this thing. It's super heavy. This is about 50 pounds. This better work. 21% charged. Let's fill her up a little bit more. I want to get this to 100%. And then as far as grounding the outlet, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for that. All right, she is charging. It took about 15 hours to get it from 21% up to 100% plugged into a regular outlet. So this thing has quite a bit of batteries inside of it. This is the component that I think is gonna make everything work. Let's go outside, get this set up, and I'll show you why I have this. Okay, first things first, we need to change this out. This is like your regular outlet. This charges really slow. If we plug it into the wall, it'll charge it. It'll just take like overnight or like a day to charge. The last time you guys helped us out in the comments and told us what the problem really was, this little tiny metal part right here was not grounded. There's a hole for it in here, but there's no metal in there, there's nothing. So I paid an electrician to come over, and he made me this little contraption, and supposedly this is going to get us around it. Inside of this box is something that's grounded. So hopefully it'll trick the Tesla into thinking that it has the right connection, so then it will take the charge. And if this doesn't work, then it's not the grounding issue. It's the Tesla software not allowing a variable charge coming from battery pack versus like the consistent speed that comes from the wall. Plug this in. Now we've got our little box. Next step is going to be plug in this guy into our little contraption. We need to, well, let's see. I should push, as soon as you push the button, it'll start charging. Let's try it, let's see if it'll work. Watch this, this will light up green if it does have power to it. Oh, we've got green on this. Okay, so this is working. Now the question is, will the car software accept it? I'm gonna turn off the light first. Okay, so Leslie is filming right now, 194 miles charge. We're gonna see the exact moment, hopefully, that this works. So if I come over here and push the button, what does the Tesla do? Okay, it senses energy's coming. Oh, it just turned green. This is green. This is green and it's pulsating. That usually means that it's working. Does it say it's charging in here?
Yes.
Look at that. It is charging 2 miles per hour, 12 amps. That's gonna take a lot of hours to charge, but maybe this is the solution. This is the solution, but the trick is going to be this little grounding device that we have. This battery would fit inside of the frunk. It's a bit heavy, it's about 50 pounds. 1,372 watts. We have tricked the Tesla into charging off of a portable battery pack. It is possible to have a gas can solution. I'm really curious now to see how many miles we can get off of this Yeti 1400. I know they make bigger ones than this, but I'm just gonna let this thing run. Let's see how long it takes and how many miles we can actually get. I'm pumped. We found the solution, maybe, kind of. And as a little bit of a disclaimer here, I'm not an electrician, so maybe if you're gonna try this, talk to somebody that's like an automotive expert before you try it on your car and potentially damage it. I don't know if it does anything negative to your car. I'm taking the chance because I'm super curious and I wanted to see if this would work, and you guys gave me great suggestions, but talk to an expert. Okay, a little update for you. This says 195. We have gained 1 mile of charge. how much have we lost in energy on this giant battery pack that took me all night to charge? Check this out. You're not gonna believe this. It is currently at 77%. We have lost 23% of our charge to get 1 mile of energy gained on the Tesla. Wow, it is dropping fast too. Like, look at that, we just dropped 76 as we were sitting here. I don't think it's gonna take any more than an hour and a half, and we'll know, this thing will be at 0, and we'll see how many miles this Tesla actually gained. Well, we got down to 46%, and now if you look and see, it is dying, it is done. We still have only gained 1 mile of charge. It's only been about 45 minutes here. I wonder why it stopped. Let's oh, the light is red over here. The air is blowing out really hard. I wonder if we're overworking this battery because the air is still blowing out, the fan is blowing, and the red light is on. Let's turn it back on and see if it'll work. Green. Blue. Green. Okay. Are the watts going up? Okay, the watts are going back up. Well, apparently burning 50% of the charge that's inside of this giant battery pack, it needs some time to cool. So back to the charging. Hopefully we can get at least another mile out of this. 18 hours, 15 minutes remaining, 196 miles, 3 miles an hour right now. Looking good. Uh-oh, charging interrupted. 207, at least we've gained 2 miles. Let's go find out why the charging was interrupted. I'm just letting it run out there. This is getting down to 9%. The output still shows that it's pretty strong. Oh, it's charging again. Oh no, it stopped again. Okay, it just keeps charging and stopping. If there's one thing that I've learned from owning the Tesla Roadster, is that you don't want your battery pack to go to 0. On the Tesla Roadster specifically, if it goes to 0, you will never be able to drive the car again with that battery pack. You have to get a battery pack that costs around $50,000 to replace inside of this Roadster. But even then, Tesla doesn't make those battery packs anymore, so you pretty much just have a bricked car. And look at this beautiful car. It is pretty, but I don't want it to be bricked. So I think at 8%, we're in a good spot where let's just go ahead and stop this. So unplug it. How many miles did that $1,800 battery pack get me? Ta-da! 196! We gained a whopping 2 miles extra range off of a battery pack that took me all night to charge. What have I learned off of this? First, I would say I don't recommend you buying a giant battery so that you can use it as a gas can for your car. Does it work? Technically, yes. Is it something that's usable? Probably not. I did run out of charge once when I was 0.4 miles away from a supercharger, and I ended up having to pay $125 to get a tow truck to take me that 0.4 of a mile. So I know it could be useful in that specific situation, but when you're doing a cost-benefit analysis, $125 for a tow truck, maybe if that happens 5 times in your entire lifetime of owning a Tesla, it's still gonna be cheaper than buying a giant battery pack and always having it stored and in your frunk or in your trunk, draining your battery range because it's an extra 50 pounds of weight inside of your car. It works. I got it to work. I don't recommend it. Do not go buy a bunch of battery packs to use as a gas can for your car. I've done 2 experiments now. It is just too big of a hassle. The grounding cable that you need, the expensive battery pack that has to be charged in your car, it's not worth it. But I will say it was fun to make this video and to do this experiment. And hey, now we know. And sometimes it's good just to learn. I'll be the dummy that spends the money and does the experimenting, and you guys can enjoy it and watch. So now I have a giant battery pack that I've used once and run it down to 9%. If any of you would like to buy a battery pack off of me for your house for some reason, I'm happy to sell this to you. I'll give it to you for a discount even. So just hit me up.
Never seen it inside of a Model 3 before.
You never have?
I've never been
up
close to one. I like the iPad.
The iPad is pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool.